Cooper Marcher here. Do you believe in miracles? Julianne Koepcke was born in Lima, Peru in 1954 to German parents. She was the only child of biologist Hans Koepcke and ornithologist Maria Koepcke. When she was 14, her parents left Lima to establish Panguanda, a research station in the Amazon rainforest. Julianne, who had two big survival stories to tell by the end of her ordeal. On Christmas Eve 1971, she flew on Lanza Flight 508. She was about to graduate from high school. Her mother, Maria, had wanted to return to Panguanda with her daughter on the 19th or 20th of December, but Koepcke wished to attend her graduation ceremony in Lima on December 23rd. Maria agreed to stay longer, and instead, they scheduled a flight on Christmas Eve. All flights were booked aside from this one. Her father urged his wife to avoid flying on that airline, which had a poor reputation. They booked the flight nonetheless. The plane was struck by lightning. The plane began to disintegrate in midair and plummet to the ground. Koepcke found herself still strapped to her seat, falling nearly 2 miles into the Peruvian rainforest. In Julianne's case, experts point to the fact that she was harnessed into her plane seat during her descent, resulting in her survival, though not without breaking her collarbone. She was the only survivor of the flight. She spent most of her 11 days in the rainforest making her way to safety. The insects in the jungle stopped short of eating her alive, and maggots infected her arm. But after 9 days, she was able to find an encampment. She gave herself first aid, including pouring gasoline on the maggot infestation. A few hours later, lumber workers found her, giving her first aid and taking her to a more inhabited area where she was airlifted to a hospital. After recovering from her injuries, she assisted search parties in locating the crash site and recovering the bodies of victims. Her mother's body was recovered on January 12, 1972. Julianne moved back to Germany and fully recovered from her wounds. Like her parents, Julianne earned a degree in biology and returned to Peru to do extensive research on bats. Her survival story has been the subject of both films, books, and including her own autobiography, When I Fell from the Sky, and a documentary by director Werner Herzog called Wings of Hope. Herzog was interested in telling her story because of a personal connection. He was slated to be on her flight in 1971, but a last-minute change of plans spared him from the plane crash. Her unlikely survival has been the subject of much speculation. It is known that she was belted into her seat and thus somewhat shielded and cushioned, but also has been theorized that the outer seats of the row, those on each side of her, which remained attached to hers as part of a row of 3, functioned as a parachute and slowed her fall. The impact may have been lessened further by a thunderstorm updraft and a thick foliage at her landing site. I guess miracles do happen, and if you were her, you would believe in them, I'm sure. Cooper Marcher here. Ciao.